Stranded Deep. We're back on Xbox One and we are doing a tips and tricks. This might seem a bit basic for those that have a decent knowledge of the game, but I was reading a number of questions on the main review and a lot of people had some very basic inquiries, so we're going to really dig down on the basics. So the key part of knowing things is pressing Y, and then you can see you've got your food bar, you've got your water, and then you've got your SPF. At the top, that's your health. I mean, that's kind of important too, but food and water, that's what's going to keep you alive. And then we have SPF, that's the sunlight. So if the sun's coming down hard, sit in the shadows, watch the bar go up. That's the basic of it. So in the game, crafting, you should definitely make yourself at least a stone tool. A refined knife is even better once you kind of get going. So stone tool. Then you want the refined knife, and then you start building other things, so getting like the crude axe and the crude hammer. Crude hammer will allow you to build new kind of items and foundations and things like that. So one of the most essential items in the game is a lashing. So with the lashing, you need fibrous leaves. You need 4 of them, and you're like, oh, how do you get that? So to build anything, you really need the lashing. So you can either go to a young palm tree, hit it, and you'll get a fibrous leaves, or you can go to a yucca tree and you can hit the yucca tree leaves. They'll fall and they'll give you a bunch of the fibrous plants, which are really helpful, obviously, for being able to craft this essential items. So when it comes to food, like coconuts are your good source of water, or you can build a water still, which are even better. So you need to find a palm tree that has coconuts in it. Hold A to climb the palm tree, and hold X to pick up. Make sure you walk down the palm tree before jumping off, otherwise you are going to lose health. But that's not all that you need to do with the palm tree's coconuts. So you take it in your inventory, you drop them on the ground holding B to do so. Then you go up to the coconut, hit the coconut, and then it becomes a coconut drink. Then you gotta pick up the coconut. It's kind of a pain that you can't just do this in your hands really easily. And then you are able to drink 1 drink out of the coconut. Noticing how it improves our water just a little bit. Drop the coconut, drink the next coconut, drop that coconut. There we go. That's the basis of getting basic water. So now we're going to deal with the crabs. You can also hold LB, and if you have the different tool tier options created in this option, the tool belt, you're going to be able to get yourself new hotkeyed items that you can just click on the D-pad in order to switch between, which is obviously hugely helpful. So LB, this is your general wheel for bringing stuff up, and then RB is your crafting menu, and it's kind of straightforward from there what you're able to build. You can press X on anything to see what materials you need to complete it if you don't have the necessary materials. So for basic food, we've got a crab. So we have obviously got to kill the crab, and then we're going to have to drop the, we kind of want the crude spear, thank you very much. So we killed the crab, we're going to have to skin the crab, which we're going to have to do with a particular weapon. What, we can't do it with this thing? Nope, we cannot. We need an actual refined knife, and in order to have that, we need a lashing, which everything in life needs lashings. So the main limiting factors and the important things you got to collect in this game are water and the lashings, because food and everything else like that, much easier to come across. Cool, so now we're going to equip our refined knife, go to a crab, hold X to skin it. Then we have a bit of crab meat. Cool, so now we need to actually make a fire. So with the fire, we're going to need kindling, which we require 2 sticks. Sticks are kind of in the on the ground everywhere. They're long sticks. Hopefully I'll be able to find one right away, or you can chop down trees to get sticks, but I'm hoping for example's sake that there are a couple of sticks around. I wonder if I put one stick in here or not. Now I got extra food resources. Sorry, I'm just kind of like collecting my supplies because I want to leave this island, but I keep getting distracted doing these videos, so that's kind of a pain. Well, I guess we can cut down a tree. And hopefully this will give us what we're looking for. What, a stick? No way. Cool. So now we've got the wood we need. Usually you just find them on the ground. It's not a big deal. And then we want to make a campfire. We actually need 4 sticks. We do need to make kindling, so we do actually need a total of 6 sticks there. So that's obviously a more important thing, but we'll just keep cutting down trees. Again, you can find sticks on your island, especially where you just spawn, like at the start of the game. There's usually a plentiful supply option, so we're making a campfire. And then we can take the fire, just kind of put it anywhere, just place it here. Cool, now we got a campfire, and now we need to make the kindling to get the campfire going, but we still need 1 more stick, which I think we might have in one of these boxes. Nope. I accidentally clicked that. No, we don't have that, so we gotta cut down another tree. I guess I should have cut down these trees to prepare with, unless I could just find another stick on the ground. What fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a couple journeys back and forth for this one. But there we go, now we got kindling. So now we got kindling that we can kind of go to. And then we actually have to rub left and right stick, or platform equivalent, back and forth in order to start the fire. Again, this might seem simple to some people, but to others, this is obviously a big issue. And then we're just going to drop the kindling. Then we pick up our crab pal. Wherever, oh no, we got the crab meat. Okay. Then we go up here, hold it to attach. It's going to start cooking, and then after a while it'll tell us that the cooking is done. And then we've got crab meat to eat. Exciting, right? So I want to check, kind of go over water. So in the water, you go into it, and then you'll see that I have a breathing bar. To replenish, just go to the top, and it goes back up perfectly. Keep in mind you have a stamina bar, so that's that yellow. The stamina bar is different from your breathing bar. So you can see both of them going back and forth, just so you know. You'll actually level up your skills the more you kind of do things, and that's important in order to be able to survive longer, right? So in the game you'll find lots of different materials, and you'll find things such as chests. So the chests, like I was kind of showing off, but not actually using, are able to store things for your inventory. So you can fit 3 things in here, and you can fit like, I don't know, whatever the max number of items you could stack on top of each other is for particular things, in one of these crates. And then you can hold that crate in your inventory, and it only takes 1 slot. So I can have all 3 of these crates in here, but they can have 3 items within them, so it's kind of a good storage system. If you need to swap stuff between your inventory and that, so you just click A here, or you can go down into the actual sack, and that sack is your inventory, and you can press A here in order to put stuff in there. Pretty easy going, right? Yeah, so that's kind of cooking. Nice and easy. So those are kind of like some of the basic things in the game. Watch your food, watch your water, and be smart and strategic when you are transporting things within the game. And you just gotta watch out for your limiting factors of water and your food, which are obviously a big deal. Also, watch out for snakes, because snakes are kind of a pain. Oh, I guess I don't have my spear hotkeyed anymore because I dropped it. So watch out for snakes. They're a problem for you. But I mean, there's lots of things you can eat. You can also fish and stuff in this. I'm gonna die from a snake attack. I just wanted to kill the snake. Haha. Who's the best now? And then we can skin the snake if we want to. And then we can collect snake meat, and we could cook it up just like we did for that little crab. So anyways, what I was doing there was grabbing aloe vera, so that's kind of like a medicinal type of option. As you can see, my health bar is not looking too good, so you gotta watch out for that. But if you die, you can just save, so that's why it's really important to build a shelter. So we have the shelter over here, as you can see. Very helpful. And that, when you go up to it, you can hold X and you can save, or you can sleep, and you can just sleep at night to get through the night because you don't want to deal with that. So yeah, kind of low on health, not the best situation. Great, so we're going to try to press on and hopefully not die during this situation, so I can keep showing things off. So to build a shelter, you're going to need the top of a palm tree, and you can just kind of hit it, And then we'll see what happens in a sec here, because the top of the branch thing is going to break off, and then you're going to be able to cut that down. So you get a palm bunch, and then you keep hacking at this palm bunch, and the palm bunch will give you a palm frond, and the palm frond, once you have a stack of those, will allow you to build your shelter, and then you can use your shelter to sleep and use it as a save point. Unless you have a save, like a permadeath thing on, then obviously, you know, it's permadeath regardless, so not too important for you aside from sleeping. But yeah, that kind of sums up that aspect of the experience. We've kind of gone over drinking, we've gone over kind of living, and yeah, that's kind of like the base essentials for the game. So we've got our inventory kind of stacked up here. You got to be smart with what you're holding on to and what you're using. Again, holding B to kind of drop things from your inventory if you don't want it. Cooked small meat. So there we go. Now we've got a small meat that is cooked. And we can add something else to the fire if we want. And then that will cook too. So that's pretty good. Food bar is really good, but the water bar, not the best. So therefore, we'd have to continuously get more coconuts, which in itself is dangerous. Again, when you are doing the coconut thing, drop down to just climb back down the coconut tree just a little bit so that you don't fall down and lose a lot of health, because that could kill you. If you're looking for scavenging areas to find new items, you'll often see them as clearly man-made items like the shipping container, but then you also might see things such as these kind of gray rustic kind of icons, or well, big things sticking out that we were seeing in the background there. Those are obviously sunken ships. Swim up to them. They're usually not too dangerous, and then you can look inside and actually find a lot of useful items that will, you know, help you survive out there, because you definitely want the special items, especially as you get towards later on when you are trying to basically escape the island, because nobody wants to be crashed out on the sand forever, even though it's a fun time and everything's great. So in general, I hope this was mostly helpful. I've gone over a lot of the information that's important here. I mean, there's more advanced things, and we can cover that if that's something you'd like. If you got questions, let me know. But yeah, you can catch things such as the seagulls. You can catch fish by fishing. See all these options in the crafting as you build up your tools. See a fishing rod, which would be good for food, and then you can do a fishing bobber, and you get all these kind of things, spearing fish. And then you get refined weapons to kind of deal with enemies and stuff like that. But a pretty easy-going system, and I think I covered the basics at least well. So just remember, you know, you can sprint. I guess that's important if you didn't know that. You can click in the right stick, and then that allows you to crouch, and then A for jump if you need to jump up on places to get a better vantage point or anything like that. I don't think we really need to cover rafting, because you kind of start the game rafting in. Okay, I had one final mention. If you don't have enough space in your inventory when you're going to your raft, you can actually just kind of drop things in it too, and you can use that there. And you can hold LT to kind of drag your raft, and if you need to get further away from an island in order to kind of leave it, you can drag it for quite a bit. While you're in the water, then you can hold A to enter it. So yeah, just helpful little bit of extra. But I think that covers the gist of the important stuff in the game, and I hope you found this helpful.